Hey guys, what's going on? Back at it again with a Whatever Wednesday where we watch whatever we want, and this time we're doing a Patreon request through my man Damian Morris. He is a legend. He just supports me and throws a bunch of cool like curveball ideas at me. This is a different one. I believe I've seen this guy in the past. What he does is he like pranks people who scam and everything, kind of like scams and scammers essentially. I believe his name is Atomic Shrimp. This one's called Okay, Let's Tell the Scammer I Already Have the Money. So kind of like pranking the scammer and being like, oh, I already got it, bro. But before we get into that real quick, I'm Spevak, rapper actor here on YouTube, Spotify, TikTok, DoorDash, iTunes, whatever you got. I'm out there. I also have like an animated series called Stateside. Kind of working on a whole bunch of stuff. Would really appreciate it if you support me by subscribing to the channel. Is the easiest and freest way to do it. Patreon, like I said, is out there. All the other things, rumbly tumbly, go ahead and do it. But yeah, like I said, this is a reaction to this video where he's just gonna be apparently scamming a scammer, like just saying like, hey, I got the money. Thomas Shrimp, I believe it is. Let's go.
Okay, so I received this exciting email which reads, "Hello, wow, congratulations." 3 exclamation marks,
Well, that's
but
how
only
you know
one
they're not
congratulation.
American or English speaking.
It is a great pleasure to inform you that you emerge winner to the sum of €1,750,000.
There you go.
For more inquiries, contact John Rosa through his email address. Yours faithfully, on...
For the record, the reason congratulations speaks to like me being like knowing it's a scammer is certain languages don't pluralize words like Japanese and other like Asian languages. I would assume Chinese and stuff, which is why the pluralization is kind of fucked up. So Chinese scammer, I'm thinking maybe Indian.
Line coordinator. Hello, wow indeed. I can't tell you how much I had always hoped to emerge winner to this sum. Looks like it's time to go scam baiting again.
Yeah, Atomic Shrimp.
Before we begin, just the usual quick note about this channel. I make a variety of content. Don't be surprised if the video following this one is about food, nature, or some random other stuff.
Hey, that's kind of what I do too.
So wow, congratulations
take
indeed.
off,
What an
what he
exciting
does.
email to have received from... Hang on a moment. I just need to correct this apostrophe catastrophe. From online coordinator is. Straight away I decided to contact John Warosa to claim my fortune. Except, here's a weird thing. When I clicked reply, the email address was Rev J. Barossa, not Barossa. So I replied, I don't remember entering this competition. What's this all about? Is your name Warosa or Barossa?
Right.
What's going on? Rev John Barossa replied with an email that was an obvious pre-written template claiming that I had won the lottery, the purpose of which was to encourage active users of Google.
Wait.
Well, it's about time.
That was supposed to be a lottery thing? That looked like a birth certificate. I thought he was trying to like prove his identity. How become active? Is that Google searched? Or is that just like his... How do I into Google? What even is a Google? How is Google for?
Apparently no tickets were...
This reminds me of like, where is Gamora? Who is Gamora? Why is Gamora?
sold for this, but email addresses were drawn randomly by a computer from a list of, whatever this number is, of profile names from all the continents of the world.
What the fuck is that?
Now, I know what you're thinking. Obvious scam, right? But wait, this lottery is approved by the Benin Republic Gaming Board. There's even a certificate to prove it.
What is that? What in the Microsoft Paint?
Seems legit. One of the things
Oh
I
my
love
God,
to do in scam baiting is...
I know I was just saying Microsoft Paint, but that's literally on the right there where it says for the blah 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 board of directors. I know that font. It's like questionnaire or something like that. Like that's
Seems legit. One of the things I love to do in
wouldn't use it
scam
on
baiting is to
official
nitpick at
documents.
some trivial detail. John Warosa had not yet explained to me why he was emailing me from an account named Rev John Barossa. Now, I had assumed that the Rev in Rev John Barossa meant
That's
Reverend,
Comic Sans.
so I just asked John if he had permission to use John's account like this. But I was wrong. This is actually the account of Revina John Barossa, and this whole mix-up was my fault because I replied to the wrong address. I want to let you just take a few moments to appreciate the beauty of composition of this email.
Yeah, I was just realizing there's like 4 different fonts going on. Like, you look at Mr. Ravina and John Barossa, that's like 2 different sizes for capitals and everything. Then down at like John Warosa, that's like Comic Sans. I don't know, this stuff sticks out to me being chronically online. Interesting. Yeah, see, right there, yep. Comic Sans, yep. All different fonts and stuff. Could tell.
Anyway, John Barossa and John Warosa apparently work in the same office, so I said that must get really confusing. I bet there's lots of funny mix-ups. But what is this about? I didn't enter any competition. Is this a mistake? John Barossa replied with much the same email as before, but to say very sorry for the mixed-up, but we can proceed from here.
Comic
Oh, John,
Sans
such
all the way.
optimism. You don't seem to realise who's driving this thing.
Okay.
So this is a Google lottery. How strange. I didn't know they did that. Amazing. Where do I need to go to collect my winnings? John Barossa replied to say, yes, it's a Google lottery. Then he asked me for those pesky personal details again. Now, we could mess around and delay here for a while, but there's something else I want to try. So, I just replied with some of Manuel's ID bits. The scammer had asked me for a phone number, and I supplied the number of my disposable prepaid SIM, together with an excuse why it would be switched off if he ever tried to call me. I was intending to play on this a bit more, and tell him that I had to climb a tall tree in the garden in order to use my phone, but that didn't play out this time. We'll save that idea for a future video. Anyway, I just asked if the promised prize would be delivered.
Wait. In the email he says I have to climb. I was like trying to figure out what the hell he's talking about. The email says he has to climb to get his phone to work, which doesn't, like, what's that mean? But he's trying to say that it means, like, climb a tree. Okay.
In cash? Of course, the answer to that question is no. The options are a prepaid Visa ATM card. Yeah, sure. I believe prepaid cards exist with a balance of 1.75 million euros. Why not?
million, yeah.
Or a cashier check. Both of these options require me to pay a fee in advance. Of course they do,
Always.
naturally. The last paragraph stated that the charges
money
could not
before
be
you get
deducted
money.
from the prize, almost like they anticipated my next action, so I ignored it and just stated, please deduct the insurance from the prize and just send me the balance. No problem. Looking forward to receiving my prize. Of course, this wasn't going to work, and John B just pasted in that pesky paragraph again. Now, I just asked if this was a legal requirement, and indeed if John was completely bound by law. At this point, I was hoping he would pontificate about being legal and upstanding, and at that point I would deliver a smackdown about how scamming wasn't exactly legal, was it? But that didn't play out, so let's keep going. John said it was a legal requirement, but there were no other legal requirements. I particularly liked the paragraph number 3. Be rest assured. Are you sure you're a Ravina, not a Reverend, John? There is no more legal procedure regards attached to your whining amount
Okay.
claims. You are expected to
Oh,
comply
whining.
quickly to send the processing fee so
I
that
didn't even see
immediately
that.
we receive the requested amount, it will help our management to facilitate and commence the registration and delivery of your winning amount by crediting your whining check into an automated teller machine which will be couried to your provided address with your PIN numbers to access and withdraw your funds. We are expecting you...
Look, you gotta love wine and curry. Like, if you've never had curry, like, I know it might smell like whoa, but like, go eat it. Oh, so good, dude. Oh my god. And like, wine and curry, I can only imagine. Yes.
response with details of your payments. Be guided accordingly. I decided to inject a little skepticism, so I asked, please could you just indulge me and check those details with your colleague, John Warosa? I just want a second opinion. John Barossa replied to say that they all agreed. Yeah, that's not what I meant, so let's make him work a bit. I replied, sorry, perhaps I was not clear enough. Please ask John Warosa to email me directly from his own email account to confirm this. And so John now took over from John. John, like John, was clearly a fan of Comic Sans and sent a wordy but clearly pre-written email of congratulations. And here is where an interesting opportunity arose. Attached to this email were copies, forged of course, of a covering letter from the bank. Let's just take a few moments to enjoy that. And also a copy of the supposed cashier check I was to receive for my prize. Lovely. So I said, Dear John, thanks so much for emailing me about this. I will print out the cashier's check and pay it into my bank account tomorrow. I had no idea it would be this simple. Your colleague, Ravina John Barossa, was saying something about an ATM card and a fee. Strange. Just one question before I go. The signatory name on the cashier's check looks like it says Jeremy Juggler. Is that correct? Thank you so much for making this such an easy transaction. Your diligence and efficiency is to be highly commended. John was pretty quick to write back. Please read very carefully. You cannot deposit your draft check into your bank account because what was sent to you is the photocopy, and for this reason your bank will demand the original copy of your draft check before it can be valid for deposit. The original copy of your draft check is right here in our office. I said,
Alright, it's starting to fuck
don't
with my
worry,
head. I don't know too
I'm pretty
much
sure
about this
checks all
stuff.
work from the reference numbers these days. The
Never-
paper copy's pretty redundant. Anyway, I printed it out and honestly you can't tell it's not the original. I don't think it'll be a problem. What's the name of the gaming board signatory? I mean, it isn't important, but I just have to know. Is it Jeremy Juggler? It looks like it says that. Thanks again for your diligence and attention. I'll let you know as soon as the check clears. Well, we never did find out about Jeremy Juggler, and it turns out that when you do this, when you claim that you're taking the scammer's document to a bank, they pretty much clam up. Obviously, if I had tried to present this fake check, someone at the bank would tell me I'm being scammed, and the game would be up. But let's press on and see if we can get the scammer back on the hook. I said, just a quick update to let you know the check is paid into my bank. As I expected, it didn't matter that it was only a copy, as the routing and serial numbers are the important parts.
Got 'em.
And these
Yeah.
are very readable on the
Gotcha.
scan you sent. The
Now I
funds
get
are
it.
now showing in my account balance. Pretty amazing to see. But there's a 24-hour clearance period, so I can't start spending my winnings until just after lunchtime tomorrow. The anticipation is quite exciting. I think I'm going to buy a boat. No reply.
I was wondering where he was going to start scamming them, and this is the point where, like, he was saying, like, obviously it's a fake and it wouldn't work, and blah, 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 but fuck it, I'm going to tell the guy that, like, nah, it worked. I got the money. I get it now. I got the money. Okay, got it. Cool. Let's go.
Fine. So I waited a day and I said, "Hi, Johns. There seems to be a little delay in the clearance of the funds. The bank initially said 24 hours after deposit, but it seems that I am as yet unable to begin spending my winnings. Any ideas why this might be?" Still nothing, so I waited 3 days and said, "Dear Johns, Warosa and Barossa, I don't understand why you stopped responding at this critical point in the transaction. I still need your help. Please forgive me if there is some prevailing reason for your inability to respond. Perhaps it is the weekend in your part of the world. It's Tuesday where I live."
I feel like
Again,
it's a bot
nothing.
account, though.
3 more days, and this was my last-ditch attempt. Dear
They do have
Johns,
organizations
I am sorry to
for
report
bots.
that the check did not clear my bank, and I don't have the funds now after all. This is a big disappointment. Please advise what I should do next. That got a bite, and John W. replied from John B.'s email address.
Got him back.
Please read very
Nice.
carefully.
Comic
Very
Sans.
sorry that your draft check did not clear into your bank account, but it's all your fault, because you did not follow instruction A. You was supposed to receive the
What?
original copy of your draft check by the whole courier service, but you insist on working with the photocopy, which it's not valid, and for this reason the original
Okay.
copy of your draft check will be sent to you as a parcel before it can be valid for deposit. The original copy of your draft check is right here in our office, and we will be able to clear it into your bank account as soon as you receive it. Very serious stuff, no doubt. So I asked, "Dear John, why are you
So
using
saying
John's
you would
email
come
account instead
to
of your
him
own?
physically.
This is very confusing for me. Also, what do I need to do next?" John W. replied, "I sent you an email with the other email, but it's not going through. That's why I used this one. Question: which courier office is close to you? The Hull Courier, Ups Courier, FedEx Courier?" Now, you'll notice I split the conversation into 2 topics. One of them is important, the matter of the check and the courier. The other, trivial, about the weirdness of using someone else's email account. Any guesses which thread I'm going to pursue? Dear John, I still don't understand. Does John Barossa know that you're using his email account? That sort of thing would get me fired from my job if I did it. Are you allowed to do that? You can just about sense a hint of anger in John's response. He says, "Yes, he knows that I used his email. We work in the same office and we agreed to contact you with this email. As the other email it's not going through, that's why we agreed that I used this one. Reason, we want to be sure that you're receiving our email is. We will be communicating with this email for now, till we correct the error in the other email. Question, which courier office is close to you? The Hull Courier, Ups Courier, FedEx Courier?" I said, "Dear John, none of those courier companies have offices close to me, but will I need to visit the office? I thought the point of
Yeah.
a courier service is they bring things to you.
Right.
Won't they deliver the check directly to my home?" John replied, "Yes, the DHL courier agent will come to your address for the delivery. Be advised to send €200 for DHL courier delivery to your postal address. If you can send the fee today, then I will make the posting tomorrow morning, and all the posting details will
Send
be
me the
emailed
money.
to you.
I'll send it to you tomorrow.
So let's play along."
Always.
I said, "Okay, I guess that's what I'll do. How do I pay? Does your company have a payment portal or something?" John replied, "You only need to buy 2 UK Steam gift cards for £100 from the store. Then send the pictures of the 2 Steam gift cards right here. It's very easy and simple." I asked, "How does that work? Do you pay for the DHL insurance with these Steam cards?" John said, "Yes,
Correct.
we will redeem the Steam gift card in the Steam gift card store, very close to our office, and get the cash to pay for delivery. You have to buy the 2 Steam gift cards of £100 each from the store, then send the pictures of the 2...
Okay, they must be, like, trying to get, like, the oldest of old people who have no idea. Like, a Steam gift card? That's no marketable value. Like, what? you can't. You could like refund it, but then it goes to like the main like. None of this makes any fucking sense.
Your Steam gift card is right here. It's very easy and simple. While I was figuring out my next move, John was getting impatient, and I guess he thought he could smell blood in the water at this point. So before I could reply, he chased with, "We have been waiting to hear from you, but no news till now. I want to know if you've gotten the 2 Steam gift card is." I replied, "I'm sorry, I'm still trying to find out what that means." "What is a Steam card? Can I pay you by PayPal instead?" John said, "We accept Bitcoin, Perfect Money and Steam gift card for online payments, which it's more trouble-free and straightforward. Attached below is a copy of a Steam gift card, and you can get Steam gift cards in any store." I said, "What about CoinSquirt? Can I send you the money that way?" John said, "You can make the payment online with your credit card using World Remit Money Transfer, Western Union Money Transfer or MoneyGram Money Transfer. Kindly choose one of these options so that we will provide the receiver's details to you." I caved and replied, "Okay, I'll go to the bank tomorrow and draw out £200, then try to find the Steam cards to buy." John was clearly getting excited now and replied, "That will be fine. We'll be waiting to receive the Steam cards from you tomorrow so that we can proceed with the delivery to your address." I said, "Be rest assured. I'll deal with this tomorrow with all haste and diligence." The following morning I told John, "Just heading off to the bank now." Now I have to confess I left John hanging for the whole day. I had some important errands to run. More on that in just a moment, but poor John couldn't wait and asked, "It's getting late and I haven't heard from you. What's going on? Have you gotten the Steam card is?" Well, no, at this point I haven't gotten the Steam card is, because I had been busy preparing to tell John once again that the check really had cleared. But this time I decided he deserved some evidence. So, to buy a car like this it costs nearly £50,000, but it turns out that you can just stand in front of it and dangle your own keys completely for free. So here's what I sent. "Dear Johns, Warosa and Barossa, it has been a truly incredible day. I went to the bank to draw out the £200 for the Steam cards, and to my great surprise and delight, I discovered that the cheque I presented last week did actually clear after all. Apparently the bank had to take it briefly out of my account last week to convert euros to GBP, which is why it appeared missing for a while. But this morning, I was looking at a bank balance of more than £1.5 million. Let me tell you this, normally people point and laugh at me for my ridiculous shirts, but things change when you have more than £1 million in your pocket. Doors just open. So I've spent today realising a few of my long-awaited dreams. I bought a beautiful prestige car and a boat named Batida, which means something or other in Spanish. I also bought a beautiful house in a very picturesque little village, and a lovely horse. His name is Meatball. Apparently there's a funny story about that name, but the horse's previous owner was too busy counting banknotes to tell it to me.
Okay, no. Oh, this guy is doing his content so wrong. Oh, God. This is so funny. What?
I attached photos of my incredible day. Thanks so much for this incredible and life-changing prize. I was initially very skeptical that this could even be real, but look at me now, I'm a millionaire. One last thing, do you still require me to send the Steam cards? Pretty much as I expected, this response shut the conversation down completely, and I did not get any further replies from the scammer, despite trying. First I asked, "I'm disappointed that you didn't at least congratulate me. I have the 2 Steam cards here, do you still want them?" I thought maybe that might just hook them again. I tried once more, this time to both email addresses at once, saying, "John didn't reply to say whether he still wants the Steam cards. Do you want them? Looking forward to hearing from you." But alas, no reply. A real shame they didn't want the cards, as I'd gone to so much trouble picking out 2 very nice Steam cards. Here and here. So there we go, that's what happens when you tell a scammer you've already received the prize fund.
God.
It's pretty hard for the conversation to go further, but there is still some fun.
Dude, fundamentally, like, that was hilarious. But, like, the way he structured the content, he spent so much time on, like, the back building and, like, I don't know, dude, like, just the, like, I want to take photos in front of shit just to, like, fuck with him. Like, he's trying to capitalize on that. I don't know, like, that's funny as hell, dude. Like, so, like. But anyway, like I said, that's the video. I'm gonna walk over here and do an awkward outro. Hey guys, thanks for watching the video. I just want to give a quick shout out to everyone over the reaction faction, like Damian Morris, the Juice Man, and the man, the myth, legend himself, Bobby Cheese, because they keep the channel running and flowing. If you want to be like them, check out the Patreon, links in the description. But otherwise,